Bust down rolling for the hell of it. It's my time to shine, spotlights is my element. Fuck a plain Jane, don't insult my intelligence. I don't plan on selling it, so I don't see the relevance. You niggas having pawn shop nightmares. I'm light years ahead of niggas, even on a light year. Don Perignon stain the laces of my night ears. Born poor, but I'ma die rich, nigga, life's fair.
Aside from you basically creating the look of the Fresh Prince on a legal cover.
Well, see, the Profile did
the
that.
first.
Yeah, but that wasn't my choice.
Okay.
Profile Records did that, and I actually didn't like it. I didn't want it. That wasn't my style at all. And actually, that was the first and last time that I allowed them to have a stylist there for me.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I got there, they had a rack full of clothes. I could deal with that because I could pick out what I like. Mm-hmm. But they had a stylist actually picking shit out for me.
Right.
And they even had makeup and all that shit. And I was like, nah, they had a guy fucking shave off my little baby mustache. I was like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, that was disrespectful. but you know, I'm chilling, and by the time I look, I'm like, oh shit, bro, you cut my shit off. Anyway, they put me in this gear and get up, and you know, I'm trying to have fun. I'm doing a little photo shoot, this whatever. But then when it come time to pick out the album cover, I didn't approve of that. I told them, yo, I don't want that picture. That shit look fucking silly. Why you know? And they was like, well, that's what they'd like and this and that. I was like, well, I don't. How about that? I don't want it. Right. Change the shit. I picked out some other pictures, and they ended up using it against my will. And I was heated about that. And this was already when we was at odds about the bread.
Right.
So now it's about how y'all trying to paint my image.
Right. So now, was all that the reason why it took so long for your third album to come out?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It was a lot of bad energy. And plus, we had to go through court. We had to go to court. I sued them twice. We've been to court twice.
And at each time, did you recover money that they owed you?
The first time, yes. And the second time was more so finalizing our status, you know what I'm saying? Finalizing things like, okay, this is the relationship will end here. This is what you are to receive, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
But through all of this, though, they still have administration of the publishing. So even though I still have half of my publishing, they're the ones out there doing all the licensing and signing off and collecting all the monies.
But the check still comes to you?
No, the check goes to them. They're doing the admin.
Right.
So it's like they get the money and then they're supposed to pay me.
But
I still have to like reach out for my shit. Like, yo.
It's not automatic.
Right, it's not automatic.
Sending it over to you.
Right. So just dealing with that. And nowadays it's different because everything is like smart contracts. Everything is like digital, you know, letters of direction, you know, everybody gets paid directly. Back then it wasn't.
They're not really cutting checks like that now.
Nah, and they had royalty periods for like 6 to 9 months. So you had, you know,
6 to 9 months
you had to wait
between pay.
Between pay, yeah.
Wow.
So you know, a lot was different, and that shit is like I said, would you work at McDonald's for 6 months before you get your check? You feel me? Because at that point, that's what it felt like. Like, nigga, I'm working fast food over this bitch. Like, where my bread at?
Right.
And it just gets you to looking at things different. So when you see the glamour, you see TV, you see this one and that one, you know what I'm saying? It ain't all it's cracked up to be. You know, a lot of times it's a fight to make sure you're getting what you deserve.
So essentially you only get half your publishing from the label, right? And all the licensing and stuff they do where your record is out on Target commercials or Old Navy commercials, movies, whatever the case may be.
My shit was in the GTA, is that a game? The game?
The Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah,
it was.
My shit was in there too.
Yeah, that's a fact. I remember that.
Yeah, so they doing all these deals and
you have to reach out to them to make sure you get your bread.
Correct.
So now with the 35th year.
It was in No, which GTA was that?
I think it was
the one
6.
with Homeboy from Grove Street.
Is that the one? I remember what year though, because everybody was calling me, telling me. You know, every time.
San Andreas.
Yeah, that was
Andreas.
like 2010, 2009.
I remember changing the
Every
station.
time I
to
sit
hear
it
that.
somewhere, my people tell me. They hear
Right.
my shit, my people tell me. They hear somebody saying my lyrics, they tell me, yo, whoop, 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 whoop. So I get calls,
That's crazy.
I get messages every time somebody infringe.
So now with the 35th year, like your shit is about to expire where they got to give you everything back.
That's right.
So does that apply to the publishing as well?
That's right. That applies to everything. All
So
my
that's-
shit come back
that's
to me.
next year?
Copyright. Yeah. That's right now. I'm in the period right now. We're in discussions of the reversion right now. I'm at that
gotcha.
time, you know.
Good for you.
Yeah,
No, but it's this is extraordinary. Yes,
It's good.
It's great, but this is a lesson though.
Oh yeah.
This is a lesson to all of these artists.
Absolutely.
That's out here.
Listen,
What's the lesson?
Chant, every
you
every
mean?
episode is a lesson to all
Yeah.
artists.
Yeah, I mean it is, but I mean what we're speaking about at this point in time,
Right.
like Special Ed is here, a legend, who's speaking about the ills of the game
Look, there's
and
so
shit
many.
that took place.
I remember Q-Tip sat there. Same deal. How many others?
All of them.
Dress.
We haven't had an artist.
Dress,
in here.
Black Sheep.
Dress and shout out to Dress, but I heard that they shut down that lawsuit. for
Did they?
UMG.
Wow.
Word?
Yeah. Yes. So that's a tragedy.
Grez, reach out.
That's a
reach out.
tragedy.
Give us the
That's crazy.
details. Reach out.
Because you hear this man's music all over the place, but you know what I mean?
See, this is the problem now. You have these major labels and they still exist. But what they've done now is that they run all the streaming platforms.
Right.
Right.
So instead of record sales now, they collect all their royalties from the streams and then they pay you a fraction of a penny.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're making millions of dollars a day. I'm talking about they making millions of dollars per day, but they only paying out fractions of a penny.
That's
to
why
the
he won't
artist.
put it nothing on
Yeah,
DSPs.
that's why I
He
don't
won't
have
put none of
any
his music
just
up
in
there.
case you didn't know, if you was looking for it, none of my new stuff is on the DSP.
Just go on YouTube and
That's still a
snatch
badass.
it.
Yeah.
Still a bad.
You want the album, contact me.
Well, it's worse actually. This is my point. My point is they taking y'all into a new age of slavery that y'all feeling the technology side of it, but the economic side, y'all
Doesn't
ain't
make
really
sense.
Yeah.
is making no fucking sense. It's going backwards.
Yeah.
You getting less. You might as well put out CDs again.
Right.
You
And
might as well
and
put
that's-
out records.
And that's
We talk
something I
about that
feel
all the
like,
time.
why did that stop?
Technology, the plan. They knew what they was doing. They seen it happen with the MP3,
The LimeWire and all
with
that
all
stuff.
of that shit.
Pirating.
Right.
And
Pirating.
they said, okay, well, how can we control this? We can own the fucking platforms. Streaming, publishing. See, it's being broadcasted, so there is a residual. There are rights, publishers' rights, royalties, and writers' rights. Like there's money to be had. Anything that's broadcasted, just like any video, TV. That's why when people put all this stuff up on social media, that's content. That is a digital asset. It has value. It has video, it has audio. All those things require compensation for them to be broadcasted. However, when we use some of these platforms, we click our rights away.
Giving it
I
away
accept.
for free.
Right, you click, I
Terms
accept,
and
I
agreements.
accept. Now you have no control over the monetization of it, and they do. So that's what we're not really seeing or didn't get to a full understanding. And now the whole world is literally giving away all their rights to their digital assets, to these platforms.
This is the question I always have, right? Let's say for you, for instance, right? You got over 930-some thousand subs, right? And what's stopping a person from creating their own private streaming link to their own website where they have their own music, their own content?
Technology and
How? When you can create your own, you can create your own
well,
website.
well, that's what they
literally.
have to do now. They have to be able to integrate the technology into monetizing it themselves, and that costs money. And then to tie the advertisers in. And I've been talking to some developers, some powerful black leaders in technology, and trying to see how we can kind of balance the scales right now, because right now everything is owned by the majors. All those platforms, all the streaming is controlled. So how do we get into that game? How do we get to participate in the lion's share? So these are the things I'm looking into. That's why I don't even put out music no more. I don't participate. I'm gonna go from bad to worse.
Right.
Bro, I wasn't with the bullshit before.
Right.
So I'm definitely not gonna be with the bullshit right now just to get likes and clicks, and you know, I'm not with that shit. So
But didn't Kanye, I don't know if y'all, well, y'all should
stem
remember this.
player. The
Kanye
stem
put out
player
a
was supposed
stem
to be
player.
the answer to that.
Right,
Well,
and
see-
put out his own music, and it was like sold out very quickly.
Yeah, but you have to be. You're asking people to take extra steps. And you're asking a generation to take extra steps that's already used to taking less steps than we took before.
How is there extra steps if you already have the following?
Because no, you're asking the generation of fans to take extra steps. You're asking
If
them
you
to
have
do extra
if
shit.
you have a website, right? Let's say you have mechanismmondays.com, right? You got over 300,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel.
You've automatically jumped past. Go ahead, but I'll let you finish.
Well,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
let me finish.
I got
So
you.
you got over 300,000 subscribers, let's say on YouTube or some other platform. You're doing about 1.4 million streams on a listening aspect on Spotify, on Apple Music, this platform, that platform. You tell your followers, listen, if you want to get any more exclusive content, go to this private streaming link right here that's on my Instagram bio, that's on my YouTube bio, that's on here, that's on there.
I get what you're saying.
Finish the question.
What's stopping us from doing that?
No, nothing is stopping you.
From setting it up.
However, is it a plan that works?
The greatest feeling in the world was holding my own gun. I'm hypertensive, but all my decisions been wholesome. My independence had me flipping on siblings I stole from. Said I'm just big and loud. Well, half a pound is my silent treatment. I punched out plugs I could have stopped from eating.
Stash of the product, side nigga got a gun in the mask in the grass, it's a pop-up. I was Robin Hood with the stock, don't get shot up. Now I'm watching Robin Hood and my stocks, they just shot up.